Should we show them the sensory eating chip? Do the chip. It's really satisfying. You guys have to hear how good it sounds.
I think it might be welcome compared to our how we usually start the show.
Okay. Doesn't that sound so good, you guys? I hate to be so fucking lame, but also listen to this.
Oh, that was experimental. We didn't try that one before the show.
I'm just riffing here.
I'm going to pull the curtain aside. We were doing the chips for like 5 minutes before we started.
Yeah, we had time to practice the chip thing. The rest of it, raw.
I mean, now, guys, I have to have one more chip. I'm sorry. And then I'll be done.
Why wouldn't you do it in the fucking mic? Oh, now it's the wet chip.
Oh, it's so much now. I'm sorry.
Ew.
No more chips.
I could hear the saliva in between the chip.
That first one was so good, though.
Holy shit, you guys. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Broad Topics. It's me, Kim Congdon, and my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. What's up, everybody?
Hello. Thank you again for listening. We hope you're enjoying us. We're enjoying us.
We're definitely enjoying ourselves.
Oh, hell yeah, we are. You know what else we are enjoying on the way here when we were driving here? Fucking motherfucking Drake.
We cannot get enough of Drake, you guys.
He makes us wet.
I mean, angry wet is a
Angry
way that
wet
I would
is
describe it.
The perfect description.
Like, yeah, because he's so unattainable. Like, I don't know.
It
to
hurts.
me, like for me, he's just like so unattainable.
No, me too. Bitch, do you think I'm pulling Drake?
I mean, like in a world, yeah, I feel like you could pull Drake, Kim. It's my personal goal for every girl in this world. Just like pull Drake.
Bro, I don't think I could pull Drake. Drake is daddy.
I feel like he respects a smart lady. You know?
All right, then we both fucking Drake.
I don't know if I have what it takes.
What do you mean?
just like
if
a
Drake's fucking me, Drake's fucking you.
Well, we talked about this in the car, though, Kim. Is like, no, I mean, like, if I did get to fuck him, I literally don't know if I have what it takes to, like, deal with the jealousy that comes with, like, being in that world. Like, that whole world.
Yeah, but
like,
you're not talking fucking. You're talking consistent dating.
I mean, I want to be his one and only. Like, I can't even tell you.
Well, if you do want to be his one and only and you do meet him, don't tell him, I want to be your one and only in those words.
That's my first words to him.
It's like an Adele lyric, for sure.
It could be a Drake lyric, I think.
That's true.
He could pull off all that fucking lovey-dovey shit.
That's true. Oh,
He makes it so sexy.
He does give me angry horny. Like, I'm like, I want him so bad that it hurts. It's like watching, like, when you were a kid and you'd watch an actor that you had a crush on. It was like a writer. It's like a writer strong.
Yeah.
I hate to bring it back full circle to all the men in me and Alex's lives.
It's the exact same feeling that I used to get for Rider Strong when I would Kim, when I tell you Boy Meets World used to come on Disney Channel, like reruns of it.
Oh yeah, I know.
At 11:30 p.m.
Yep.
And I would go to bed at like 9:30 and set an alarm for 11:30 so that I could wake up and watch a half hour of Boy Meets World and then go back to sleep on school nights.
That's amazing.
I wanted to fuck him so bad.
That's amazing.
It was all a sexual thing for me, Boy Meets World. It was all just about fucking Ryder Strong.
Yeah. No, I mean, most of the reason I watched it was for him. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to lie. Like, and then I got so invested. And his dad died, and I was like, my baby, his dad died. And he started dating Angela. It would make me furious when he would make out with girls on episodes. It would make me unhealthy, like it was unhealthy jealousy for a TV star who would never know me.
It was almost every episode. It was literally like that was his character's thing.
Yeah,
it was like pulling all the bitches.
Yeah,
so jealous.
Which is really weird because they were like 12 years old.
It was the same thing in like Drake and Josh. Like Drake would be like making out with girls in the high school hallways and shit.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch that show?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Drake and Josh was right when we were starting to get too old for it.
I was.
Oh no, not you. You're a little younger.
Just
for me.
a little younger, so
Yeah.
like it made sense for a while.
I still watch it because my sister was 5 years younger than me, so she was into Drake and Josh, and we'd like share the TV.
I had a big Drake Bell crush back in the day. Now I look back at pictures of him and I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah.
He would
you know who's hot now?
Who?
Josh.
Is he really?
He's skinny.
I've seen there's a really awesome thriller movie with him and it's called ATM. It's hilarious. It's just like these people get attacked at like an ATM like unit in the middle of the night, and
in Harlem.
They literally can't like leave. It's great. Yeah, he's all right. I feel that.
He's like pretty hot now. He like lost all his weight. He's got like those blue eyes. He's like that olive skin.
He's like one of those Neville Longbottoms.
Yes, looks a lot like that.
I mean, Neville Longbottom got stupid hot for what he used to be.
Yeah, now he's Neville Thickbottom.
Neville Long Dick.
Neville Long Dick. Yeah. Well, anyways, we were aching for Drake in the car on the way here. It was like hurting us.
Kim, I've noticed something about our relationship. I think you noticed it too recently, where it's funniest when it happens in the office, like at Gas Digital or whatever. Like all the guys will be talking to each other, and you and I just like about whatever it is, and you and I have a random aside about whatever the topic is. Where we're like, wouldn't you just fuck the shit out of him? Like we have like
we do like locker room talk.
We do like female locker room
it's
talk.
Gross, yeah.
It's so dirty sometimes. Like I'll bet his dick's 10 inches. Like just let's just real quick at each other, and she's like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like gross. We're like gross like dudes.
It's the best.
Like the guys will just be talking about someone. We're like, I bet he's got a throbber.
Yeah. We had Ralph had a UFC party.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was filthy.
On Saturday night.
When I turned to the wrong person.
Oh, when? What are you talking about?
I thought you were Luke. Luke was sitting next to me, and so I like leaned over and I whispered like, "Damn, check out his cock." And Luke was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought you were Alex." Sorry. And he's like, "Is this what you guys talk about?"
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really pay attention to like UFC. Kim and I basically just made a night out of fucking.
We watched the whole fight.
We were just like pussy throbbing over these dudes.
Yeah,
it was great. Picking the hottest one to win.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah, we'd be like, this one deserves it. And then like the hot girl came on, we were like, make her lose.
Yeah, no. Locker room talk, I get why dudes do it.
It's fun.
It feels really good.
It's fun.
Oh my God. Is this
Toblerone?
Toblerone.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. What ethnicity is Toblerone? It sounds
Switzerland.
Oh, so it's probably Toblerone.
Sounds spickish to me.
I thought it sounded Italian. Toblerone.
Why is it so good?
It's so good. I don't know if I've ever had this shit before.
What?
This is a eating themed episode, everybody. Oh,
sorry, we're eating snacks.
You know that there's a thing amongst like a lot of intelligent people, like who have like I guess you would call it a phobia or something, where they fucking just hate the sound of chewing noises. Like it's not a phobia, but it just drives them crazy and makes them angry.
And it's smart people?
I've read in some article that like generally people with a higher IQ tend to have that like getting angry when they hear chewing noises thing.
Yeah, because generally people with a higher IQ are fucking trash and have people around them with their mouths open chewing because they're eating like nice dinners.
It's true.
They're just not like shitty, trashy people. I don't even think that they're smarter. I think they're just around more successful people, so it seems like they have a higher IQ.
Probably. I don't know. It doesn't bother me when I hear people's chewing noises, except for my parents. If I hear my parents chewing, it drives me out of my mind. I have to leave the room.
Yeah.
Weird.
When I hear my mom chew, it makes me uncontrollably angry. I don't know why.
I also won't like... I don't like to share like a glass of soda with my mom, or like if I do,
I'm like that too. Why are we so mean to our parents?
If I do, I specifically look at where her lips touched it, and I turn the glass around so that my lips touch it.
Does she get offended too?
She gets so offended.
My mom too. And like my mom will ask me for like a sip of my Slurpee, which really bothers me because I imagine the Slurpee going into her mouth and then coming, and then it's just sitting at the bottom of my straw waiting for my sip.
For the next sip. I hate it. She does it to me with everything too.
Yeah.
Like she thinks that by like she popped me out of her vagina, and
so
now
she gets a sip of everything.
I owe her a sip of everything.
We kind of do. Like
kind of.
Fine, you can have a sip of everything my entire fucking life that I ever have.
I guess my saliva is sort of made from your gross saliva, Mom, but fine. Like,
but yeah, why does it anger us so much?
It grosses me out, man. Like, and I'll fucking take a sip of Mike Harrington's drink like it's nothing. Like, Lewis and I shared a fucking hamburger the other day. He's my boss, and I would never do that with my mom or dad. I'd be disgusted. Like,
maybe it's because your mom sucks your dad's dick.
Jesus, Kim. I don't know.
What?
I don't know if that was the reason it was subconscious. I wasn't thinking about it like that.
But probably. Why would it not? What would be any other reason that it would bother you out of your own mother?
Well, why does it bothers me with my dad too?
Because he eats your mom's pussy.
Does it bother you with your mom? She doesn't suck your dad's dick anymore.
She sucks someone's dick.
So do I. My shit's not gross.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about mom's spit that's fucking gross, but keep my mom's spit away from me because that shit pisses me off.
Right?
You want to piss me off? Throw my mom's spit on me.
It's like a really weird thing, but if somebody was going to spit on me, it would be the worst if it was my mom. It would be the worst spit to have.
Your mom's spit? I'm disgusted. I don't like my mom's spit. I don't know why.
It's so much.
You guys tweeted us and tell us if you do this too, or if we're just cunts.
Like it makes me so angry. If I hear that bitch chewing with her mouth open, you best believe I am retiring to my quarters for the night.
She means their master bedroom, you guys. They're in the basement now. She even took the grandma's room and moved them all into one room together. She wanted a spare room.
Imagine.
So funny.
Boy.
So before we keep going, I do want to get into and give a shout out to our sponsor, Smoked Honey.
Fuck yeah.
They're the fucking best. They sent us a bunch of shit. Me and Alex had to specifically pick for episodes what we wanted to smoke. And this time we chose a hybrid pen. And it's called a Cactus Cooler.
I think that's the name of the strain, right?
Yes.
Cactus Cooler.
They are the reason we're so stoned on these podcasts.
They're the reason we're so stoned in life.
And in life. And they've just become so fucking convenient.
I mean, I've been saving, like all my flour has been accumulating recently because I haven't been smoking joints and like bongs the way that I used to. This is just so fucking easy. You just grab it and pull.
You know what's crazy? I go to the gym and I do like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff, and I feel like my lungs, like my cardio is better.
I believe
since
that.
I started been smoking because I don't smoke as many blunts now.
I totally believe that. Yeah, it's way cleaner.
Last week we were talking about how, I was talking about how like I feel like other big pens they taste like plasticky or weird,
especially toward the end when you start to run out. The flavor changes. Sometimes even the color of the substance inside of the pen changes. Like it gets darker and gross.
Yeah, and I found out through Smoked Honey that's from bad distillate. That's like from when you distill it. Like they don't remove the terpenes from the crude oil. I hope I'm saying that right. But like
lost, but like I believe you.
But the fact that even if you're lost, the fact that any company puts that much detail and like care into the shit that you're putting into your body is something to take note of.
Not only that, but I think another thing that results in like a poor flavor for some of the other brands is use of like a metal or a wick coil.
Mm-hmm. And they use ceramic.
These guys are using a ceramic coil, which keeps the flavor fresh the entire time.
It's so good.
It's so good. At Smoked Honey on Instagram and smokedhoneyca.com.
Hell yeah. Hit them up. Say we sent you.
Fuck yeah.
We had a journey last night. Me and Alex tried to hang out. We tried to just have a girls' night, I guess. Like not even like a crazy. And when me and Alex say girls' night, we go and like eat food and smoke joints. It's nothing like we're not getting drunk at bars. We're like, let's drive around and listen to old rap and like sing all the words. Smoke.
Yeah, no, when I tell you I got off work at 9 p.m. and I was just like kind of split between whether I should even take the time to drive all the way to Harlem to pick up Kim and just smoke a joint. But
she did.
I decided to because I was like, fuck it. Kim's my friend. I got the time. Let's hang out.
So she did. And we went into Donut Pub, which is so fucking good.
Guys, if you're in the New York area, this is not a sponsor, but God, I would love for them to be a sponsor.
Oh my God.
The Donut Pub.
We should hit them up.
7th Avenue, on 14th Street between 7th and 8th. Mm-hmm. The Donut Pub is open 24 fucking hours. And
it's like a bar.
It's like a bar for donuts, and they make these fucking dope-ass fresh donuts there.
Instead of ordering a drink, you order like a milk or a coffee or a hot chocolate.
My usual order is 3 donuts and a milk, but last night I took it easy. I got 2 donuts and a milk.
Mm-hmm. And we were just chilling, talking, and enjoying a donut.
We couldn't decide. Actually, there was a moment where we were like, should we take our donuts to go, or should we stay here and hang out?
We had nowhere to go.
Yeah. So we were like, whatever, we'll sit at the bar, we'll talk shit.
And it was a nice conversation. It was fun. Great donuts.
Yeah. How long would you say we were in there for? Like 15 minutes?
I would say we were in there for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, maybe.
And we walk out to get into Alex's car, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Just towed.
It was just gone.
It was like really shocking.
Kim went through all 5 stages of grief.
Did.
There was a moment where she was like, no, this isn't where we parked. Like, she was trying to convince me that it was across the street somewhere.
And you were like, no, Kim, we parked here. I was like, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
The car is somewhere here.
Yeah. And then
You're
finally,
like, no, we're towed.
You were sad for a minute. You were disappointed. Then you got acceptance and you called the police department for me.
Yeah. And then so we took a cab really far away.
Yeah,
I mean, it was only the GPS had 10 minutes, but somehow it felt like 62.
It was a $12 cab ride.
Yeah, it was
decent.
Like, yeah, it was like pretty. It just was like in there to like this weird by the water ferry runaway. It's like where teens go to run away, like in the movies, where like when you're looking for your teen and there's a bunch of buses pulling out to like other states and there's like a ferry some people are like immigrating on.
Yeah, no, if you're familiar with New York, it's like all the way on the west side by the water in like in the middle of the fucking city, where they have like the Greyhound buses that like leave and take you to other states on the East Coast and shit, and like fucking piers, just all piers and ocean. It was like late. This was midnight. We got there.
Yeah, and so we're like walking up. There's just a bunch of rundown buses in like the darkness. We're walking like between them, like. Then we see like this little abandoned ticket booth, and like through the crack, all the windows have blinds over them, but there's like a crack where I see a woman existing, like working. So like we go to the window, she opens it, and she's like, "What are you looking for?" We're like, "We're towed." She's like, "Down there, 300 feet to the right." So then we're walking.
It was a bit more than 300. She really didn't do a good job of describing where this place was.
100% 600 feet at least.
It was about 1,000 feet down. You had to go all the way like across the broken sidewalk and
She didn't mention you had to pass a literal like pier, like a dock with water. And like
we thought we were going to a place to get like killed and thrown into the river basically.
So after all that, we're like, this is weird. This seems like a setup. I remember I said that.
You did say that.
And I was like, this seems like we're getting set up or something. So we're walking up to this police station now. Apparently, it's apparently some police station. It's actually a marina that got bought out.
I'm not sure this place is running sanctioned by the government, but
no, I think literally someone bought a warehouse, put the words NYPD on it, and it's just a bunch of fucking people that are pretending to be a towing company. I swear to God.
I have to say, I was relieved when we walked in there at how many other civilians there were.
Humans, yeah.
Yeah, because there were a few of them, and everybody, when we walked in, was just, they looked over at us, and I got a good vibe from the people.
From all of them.
From the civilians.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so there's probably 10 windows. And there's 4 or 5 people spread out sitting in chairs, not waiting in line to the windows. And there's women in the windows.
There's 2 women working in those 10 windows. 2 of the windows are like operating at the time, right?
So we walk up to the window and we go, hi. And she goes, we're closed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, wouldn't even let the rest of the hi come out. I was like, hi, we're closed.
No eye contact.
No eye contact.
No,
didn't even
nothing.
lift her head. And we were like, okay. She's like, we can open again at midnight. And I look at the phone, and it's 11:42. So I'm like, okay.
It was
okay.
When I tell you no regard for us as humans in that moment whatsoever. She just said we're closed, and we had to say like, all right, well, what's going on? And then she volunteered the information of like, we're open again at midnight,
and that was it.
Like mad about it.
Yeah,
mad
but she was
having to tell
annoyed
us.
that we asked what time. She's like midnight, and I was like okay. And we sat down, and the people next to us go, yeah, they closed. They closed like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Which means that these motherfuckers in this marina,
they're making up their own hours on the fly.
100%. They're making up their own hours. I've never seen a government business that closes at 11:40 p.m. and opens 20 minutes later.
Insane.
The whole place shut down for 20 minutes. What's happening where the whole place is they're like, we got to restart it.
So meanwhile,
restart what?
Meanwhile, in this 20 minutes while it's closed, a guy with a bicycle comes in and they give him the same spiel. We're closed, and they ask him to take a seat. And he says to the lady, can I just like stand here by the counter and wait? And this lady was fine with that, right?
Yeah.
Like 100% fine with that. So at a minute to midnight, when I got up and approached the other counter so that I could be the other person kind of waiting there to be helped when they opened up, I was not expecting the lady to be like, do not approach the counter unless you are cold.
She screamed at Alex.
I mean, again, no eye contact. It's
The worst way to get yelled at is when you're not sure if they're talking to you. Just be like, me? Oh, sorry. Like a dumbass.
And like they had my car. I couldn't do anything at all. Like I was like, oh, okay. And I took a step back and she was like, you can't wait here. Please be seated. Like so angry that I was there to pick up my car.
That got towed. Like she was the one that got towed.
It was crazy. We were being so overly nice and laughing, giggling. Like we were bringing some good energy to that place.
And then we're sitting down and a girl comes in. She sits next to her boyfriend. She's like, it's a nightmare. She came in like she just got fucking brutally raped. Like her hair was messed up. She came from some like back door.
We hear her whispering to her boyfriend.
And we're like listening in because it's like intense.
Kim looks at me with a look of like, oh God, we're fucking in for it. It was hilarious. This lady, go ahead.
She sits next to her boyfriend. She's like, it was a nightmare. So they take you. And they have a section for drivers and they have a section for passengers. They put the passengers in a loading zone. It sounded like the fucking Holocaust, bro. I was like, are we getting on a train? And she's like, then they take all the drivers and they stuff them all into one car. She's like, we were all just stuffed, 6 of us in a car. It didn't even fit 6 of us. She was like, then you can see your car from where you're at. You can easily walk to it, but they have to individually drive you guys each to your cars.
We passed my car 5 times.
Yeah. She's like, it took like 40 minutes. She's like, the guy, it says it's 8 miles per hour. He drives 5. She was like, the way she was saying it, we were like, oh fuck. She was like, it took like 20 minutes for me to get my registration. And then she like stopped talking. I like leaned over and I was like, and then what? And she was like, and now we have to get back in line when they open again after they closed 10 minutes ago. It was like fucking a TV show. It was like a TV show, like a crazy TV show.
Yeah, no, and it made me glad that when I got up there, the next thing that I got yelled about was that it was actually those person's turn instead of my turn. And I was like, oh, no, you let this girl go. She's been through enough. Like,
yeah,
it's fine. You don't need to yell at me about it. I will gladly step back. She was talking to me as though I had come in there with a fucking baseball bat.
And the yelling didn't end there.
No.
There's more yelling where this came from, you guys.
So much.
That wasn't the end of the yelling. So we patiently wait. She helps the 2 people in front of us. Then she calls our turn. Alex and I go up to the window. At this point, Alex and I are giggling.
We were reminiscing about our evening together on Sunday where we had a lot of fun. We were just chilling and chatting and having a good time as friends, literally just being happy.
Well, this lady's just like putting information in the computer from Alex's license. And I guess I was like fiddling with my phone on the counter.
Literally at the end of the day, Kim, we were literally just being 2 happy people for her. Like,
yeah.
We were too happy for her. She couldn't handle it.
And she goes, excuse me, ma'am, can you stop slamming your phone on the counter?
Yeah. And then Kim actually didn't, like, I could tell you didn't hear or just didn't process what she said. And you were like, what? And she was like, stop slamming on the counter. I don't think this woman looked at us once, Kim. I don't think she ever fucking processed what we
I didn't
looked
even
like.
say anything to her.
No, you. I could tell that you were like, if I say something, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I had to literally bite my tongue.
Kim was deciding whether I was gonna get my car back that night or whether she was gonna have a fit.
Because then when we got the car, I was like, can we come back through while we have the car so I can like spit at her and run? Like, I was fucking furious. I wanted to like tell her she was ugly. But I'd be like, you're ugly, and then leave, just so she could remember me.
One of the weirdest things that I felt was like, as soon as like I paid the fucking $185 to get my car back for 2 donuts. I paid the money. She gave us our slip. It was like we had literally been in a place that was designated hell on earth. And we step into the back area where they like go to take you for your car. And the woman at the desk was like, Well, hello, beautiful ladies. And can I have your slip? How is it that I can make your day a little more special?
Yes, like
she was like
sent from heaven.
She was like an angel with the fucking light of God in her eyes. It was the most insane thing.
Yeah.
But then she got weird really quick also, kind of.
Yeah, she was tricking us, bro. They're all the devil.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe anything. Then she was like, all right, ladies, so I got to tell you, we got a new guy today. He's training. First of all, don't get all sad with me. Don't get all, don't make that face. Even if it wasn't a new guy today, you'd still be sitting here waiting.
Guys, if you can't tell by all of our impressions, everybody in there was black.
Yeah. He's like, so regardless if it's me doing it or Spiff doing it, either way, you're going to have to wait, okay? And Alex is like, all right, that's fine. We'll wait.
I actually said, I was like, oh, that'll be nice. You could use us to help him train.
Yeah.
Sign us in. That's fine.
So then this guy walks in and I go, Spiff! All excited because I'm like, he's the guy that goes 5 miles an hour and an 8 mile an hour and brings us to our car one at a time.
We were shocked he was back so quickly.
Yeah, so we're like, Spiff. And he's like, no, that's not me. And she's like, no, that's not him. He could do it. And I went, he could? Could he? Could you let him? And she's like, what? Give me that paper. And suddenly she just switched.
Just fucking, her personality did a one fucking 80 man. It scared the shit out of me.
It was like, she was like, I was like, oh, because she was like, he could do it. And I was like, he can? Like, taking up the offer that she basically threw out there. And I was like, can we? And she was like, you know what? I thought you were going to help Spiff train. Give me that. And
y'all just agreed to help Spiffy out. And you're fucking backtracking already? It was wild.
And meanwhile, this whole time, there is a older crackhead black lady with like, remember the show of the girl that dressed like a clown? And she had cleanup time. And she had the clock.
Yes. It was the big comfy couch.
Big comfy couch girl.
Yeah.
She had like that little doll with the red hair with her. The black lady was wearing that doll's outfit. And she also had like a red wig, like a 50-year-old woman with 2 high ponytails. She had
fake pearls on.
Fake pearls. It looked like something out of a fucking sketch. And she's just standing there next to the lady. Who knows who she is?
She was just like the auntie of the security worker who worked there, who just hangs out during the shift.
Yeah,
like,
she just like goes there to chill with them, I guess.
She asked us, the only word she said to us, she goes, is it your first time?
Yeah. The first time being told. And we're like, yeah, it was our first time. She's like, yeah. And that was it. That was her involvement. So this lady snatches the paper from Alex. She's like, you know what? That's fine. You can take them. And so then
that very moment, Smitty walked in or whatever.
Spliffy or whatever. Spiffy. Spiff. And she's like, Spiff. Kasunga. To the other guy, whatever his name was.
No, his name was like Cal Houlihan.
Houlihan? It was something weird like that. Spiff Houlihan. She was like, start filling out these papers. So then they start like doing some weird shit. And she's trying to train Spiff, but she's doing such a bad job. She puts the paper under the barcode. And she's like, oh, I forgot. I was supposed to let you do it. Oh, well, I'm already doing it. And it's like it needs to be physically done to like scan a paper. Like you can't just be like, then you scan it.
Yeah.
You know, like what I'm saying?
She wanted him to practice scanning, but she kept forgetting to let him practice. So halfway through, she'd be like, "Oh hell, I'm halfway through it already."
So then Spiff was trying to be like a good employee, so he's like leaning in, trying to learn, like literally really trying to take it in, you know, get this internship at the NYPD fish house. The
fish house,
the NYPD fish house,
the best.
And so Spiff is just learning, and then they take us out. And so we come out to this area. The guy with the bike who was standing in line with us before almost hits me in the head with his bike as we're going down the stairs. And then
was it me? I think he's been towed 1,000 times, always in that spot, because it seemed like he just knew the ins and outs of the place. Like,
yes. Okay, so whoever this guy on the bike was, by the way, from the very beginning of the story, walked in like he was like, "Oh, Brenda, Carla, close again 11:40. See you at 12." He knew.
Like, I'll just stand here. I know the drill.
Yes, that's literally what he said. And then he came around the corner. And he's like, "Nice to see you again. Yeah, it's in lot 2." Like he knew which lot his car was towed in.
Yeah, it's the Volvo this time. Like,
yes, like he just gets towed, and this is part of his
life.
Yes, yeah. This is what he does. He just gets towed and picks up his car. Like, I think that's the situation.
It's the reason he's got his bicycle, so he could ride something over to the tow place.
Yes,
it was really weird.
Really weird. Unexplainable.
Even when I got into Spliffy's car or whatever, and you went over to the passenger area, he denied taking a ride. He was like, I know where the car is. I'm just going to walk my bike over to it.
And everyone has to.
Yeah, no, the other lady was complaining that she wasn't allowed to walk to his car. They gave him special permission to just walk on over.
He's a regular at the tow yard. That's
so weird.
So I go over to my little vacant lot chair area. They have like a detention chair, like when you get sent to the principal's office, but except you have to watch the tow trucks walk in and out.
Yeah, I would not call it a vacant lot. It had every fucking car that was ever parked illegally in New York City was fucking there.
No, not vacant. You're right. I meant a vacant seat area.
Yeah, it was
just like
a waiting area for people.
15 seats and no one there, and just in a dark warehouse, and me just and it's like everything else is dark, but the seats are spotlights.
Yeah.
So it's just seats in a dark area, and I'm just sitting there in silence.
It's funny, when I pulled up to you, I had the thought, like, she's going to be so happy to just get in this fucking car.
I know. I ran to the car. I was like, I want to be out of here. But, like, that was all to get a car back.
Yeah, and then I get back to the car, and there's a $115 ticket on it on top of the towing fee.
Well, you went to grab it. You're like, oh, let me pull this off. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, here you go. By the way, that's not ours. It's like the worst way to give that news. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Well, not funny, but, you know.
No, it was kind of funny, honestly. It was literally a $310 donut. It was so much.
Yeah, it was a really good donut, though.
They were good donuts. They're always good at the donut pub.
Yeah, I never want to get towed after that.
No. Well, like you said, I feel like it happens to everyone once. And then you're just
that was
really
your
careful.
Tofi. It
could have been worse. They could have been closed. It was really late at night. Mm-hmm. We did get the car back within
well,
1 hour.
They were closed when we got there.
Yeah, I guess they were technically. No, within 1 hour of discovering that the car had been towed, we had the car back. So it wasn't that terrible, but it was like a fucking scene out of a comedy, like at the DMV or something like that.
It was hilarious.
These people hate themselves, and everybody who comes in there.
Yeah.
Bananas.
And they were like, it was like they had a Xerox.
It was such a like TSA. Yeah, I mean they had like everything was like done in paper and stuffed into cubbies like it was 1974.
Yes, it was like they were like stapling things and writing things down. I'm like, where's a computer? Where are the tax dollars going? Where's a fucking computer? Why is everything in cubbies in here? And why isn't it a marina?
Not that I'm not grateful that they helped us out, but they're picking and choosing when they need to abide by certain rules there. Did you notice that?
What do you mean?
Like they made, it was like a thing. Like that girl had been complaining like crazy that she had to go all the way out to her car to check her license plate number because she couldn't remember it and to get her registration because she didn't have it on her. Mm-hmm. Those things were imperative or they couldn't give her the car back. And I was like, fuck, we're in the same boat. I don't know my license plate number. I don't have my registration on me. Mm-hmm. And when we got up to that fucking counter, bitch did not give a shit. She gave me the car right back. She decided who had to like live by that rule.
She probably just didn't want to see us anymore.
We were being annoying. We were annoying her clearly.
Yeah. Which is good, bitch. Get me out of here then.
We were annoying her, but we were being so positive that she couldn't fucking have us like arrested or whatever. We're just being happy. Like, yeah. Positivity, guys. It'll crush.
It fucking murdered.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow, what a journey that was.
Speaking of murdering and journeys.
What? I don't know. You should have something to follow that up with, Alex.
I don't know. I saw Kim perform for me on LSD on
oh my God.
on Sunday night.
Yeah.
You guys, I really got to know Trippin' Kim a little better than ever before.
Mm-hmm. How's Trippin' Kim different from regular Kim, would you say?
Trippin' Kim, it's not a matter of like a confidence or lack of confidence. And it's not a matter of trying to act or putting on a show. She's a goddamn natural born performer. I mean, that bitch could just perform. It's crazy.
I was on
mental,
for
Kim.
Like 8 hours.
It's fucking mental.
Yeah. I do it every time I trip.
Guys, Kim was fucking doing characters for 8 hours straight and not breaking character fucking ever. Just killing the room, murdering with the people who we were with, having us laugh until we couldn't breathe anymore, and we're like, all right, the joke's clearly over, she can't keep going. And like, as you're inhaling that final breath, she's already back in character, and it's all fresh and new somehow. Like,
I remember at one point someone was laughing, they're like, you need to do your special on acid.
No, that was like that was the best idea of the night, where we were like, yeah, let's put the audience on LSD, let's put Kim on LSD, it will be the most killer special of all time.
Oh man,
literally the next morning Lewis was like, babe, you murdered.
I know, when I woke up the next morning he was like, babe, you murdered last night. I was like,
it's like a show, yeah, like she did Caroline's.
Well, at one point, I mean, and this is not going to be as funny because we're all not on LSD, but at one point, like, the house we were in was fucking trippy. We're all tripping acid really hard, and like, and I opened the freezer and there is one of those blue rectangular ice packs, those like hard plastic ones.
Everybody wanted to get their hands on it, man.
Oh, and it was so cool. And I was putting it up to like my neck and stuff. And at one point I just put it up to my ear. And I remember being on acid and being like, this feels the same weight and size as a big phone.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels just like a big phone. So then...
it
opened up a hole.
There were 75 bits built on that alone. I mean, they were all unique. They were all different characters. They all had their own edge, their own.
It was like a plot line, a story, a beginning and end.
There was one character who was all just puns having to do with ice packs and phones. Hold on, my ear is getting cold. Switch to the other ear.
Yeah, at one point I picked up the phone. That I really thought it was a phone, and everybody thought I was doing the ice pack thing, and people thought I really picked up a telephone, and I was like, hello, and everybody in the room got quiet because they thought I had picked up.
We're all on acid, and we're like looking over at Kim like, oh shit, she's on the phone.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, no, yeah, everything's cool over here. And I remember the room, like when you guys realized it wasn't a phone and it was an ice pack, and I made a cool joke. It fucking
exploded. I mean, the house Kim was on fucking fire. It was crazy, bro.
I'm way funnier on acid than I am in real life, is what I found out.
I mean, she kept the conversations going for.
I had a Drake fantasy.
You had Mike started that, but yeah. I mean,
but I rolled with it.
You rolled with it.
They were throwing things out at me, and I was improving.
She improved her ass off. It was fucking crazy, man.
Oh my god. And then what else?
I mean,
what was crazy? What else was crazy?
Me, you, Becky, and Lewis all in bed together with a piece of pie. I don't know. It was just a wild, ridiculous situation.
Oh my god. There was one room with air conditioning, and somehow there was a whole cherry pie in the bed. And so we were just like eating pie in this room, all laying in bed together. It sounds way more sexual than it is.
But it was great because anybody else who would walk in and look at us and be like, am I interrupting something? And Kim would turn around and be like, no, when you're here, everybody gets a piece of the pie. It was just great. It was the most fun.
Yeah, I kept saying the piece of the pie thing.
Yeah.
There was another one too. The phone, the piece of the pie, and...
Oh, I wish I could remember it. I've been trying to think of it all week because whatever it was, it went perfectly with the piece of pie joke.
I know.
We found it in the bathroom and we were like, oh, like... It was another perfect like expression like that. I just can't remember.
Everybody gets a slice. Don't worry, everybody gets a slice of the pie. It was so fucking stupid, and it was so fun. We laughed for so long. I mean, Alex took so much acid. I was like worried every time I looked at Alex and Lewis. Alex had like tabs of acid hanging off of her lip.
Yeah, I really went hard. I just every time the option of taking more was there, I was like, yeah, me. Sure. Let's do it. It was great. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy.
I liked it a lot. I'll probably do more next time. I'm very comfortable with it now.
Yeah. I mean, you were in your element. Kim, I've never seen anything like it.
I really do feel like it is my element. It really sucks that you can't do it all the time, because if I could do acid and audition for TV, I swear to you people.
There were points where like it wasn't like you kind of...
I'd go off by myself and just do it.
The laughter dried up after like 7 hours of it, and like you picked it up again eventually, but there were points like in the dip where you were getting like dramatic with it, where you were like, yeah, I know, I told him not to go, but he wouldn't fucking listen to me. He's a fucking idiot. And we'd be like waiting, and this is what I was gonna say before. It was so fucking funny. I was so relieved at a certain point when Brian was like, you know, it might just be me, but I may or may not be hallucinating the other half of Kim's phone call. And I was like, thank God somebody said it, because I've been hearing static on the fucking line with Kim for hours now, and I know she's talking through an ice pack. So
It was crazy. In my head, that was a phone.
like, I believed that you were filling in your mind whatever the other person was saying back to you, because we could really only hear exact snippets of a conversation as if it was very real. Like,
Yeah.
we had to fill in a lot of context. You were like, only like,
Yeah, it was a lot of like,
yeah,
no, yeah, I know. Like that. And it was like,
for a long time. And then she'd say something interesting that would get all of our attention and kill us.
it was like I wasn't in a rush to say something that was worth listening to.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really like,
it was
so
actually
real.
a really good acting lesson for me. I think it was a good acting lesson for myself.
I think you should
in a
feel
weird
very
way.
confident about acting after that, because I said this to you. You were like, as if only I could do it on acid. And I text messaged you. I was like, dude, I mean, you know that's inside of you somewhere now. You could literally do it. I don't know. It's there.
Yeah, like I did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
You killed. It was insane.
That's like taking acid and then playing Mozart on a piano and then not being able to do it when you're not on acid, though. It's like, I know it's in me, but I can't.
But if you cultivate it, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Did I say Mozart right?
I think so. Mozart.
It would be so embarrassing to say that wrong. Like,
I've been saying
Excuse
something
me.
wrong my whole life that someone at Gash pointed out to me recently and made me feel really dumb. I probably say it all the time on this show.
what?
I always thought until like 6 months ago that the phrase was all of the sudden instead of all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
I've never not said all of the sudden.
All of a sudden.
And then somebody pointed that out to me, and ever since then, I know it's wrong, but I'm still so used to saying it that it comes out, and I'm
All
like,
of
yeah.
a sudden?
All
of the sudden. Oh, yeah, I say all of a sudden.
It's supposed to be all of a sudden, but I've never said it like that once in my life until
Wow.
like pointing it out right now.
All of the sudden.
All.
I say Saul instead of Saw.
Wait, what?
I know, this is weird when people always call me out for it. Like I say, I'm like, oh yeah, I saw him over there.
Saw him over there?
Yeah, I saw him.
S-A-L?
S-A-L-L is how I would spell it. Yeah.
Okay. I saw him over there. That's really weird.
Yeah, I saw him.
The other day somebody said, he was like, what do we think? Do we have any more ideas? And I just
No.
literally it was so funny to me. And it was somebody I didn't know at all. It was like in a
No.
party.
And they were
rent-
serious?
Yeah. I was in a party rental store. He was like asking me a question. He was like, we have any more ideas? I was like,
No.
I literally wanted to turn to my mom and be like, ideas.
Lewis says Mario, and it fucking makes me want to lose my goddamn mind.
I say Mario, and people have told me that I'm like, people are very bothered by it.
He says in the game, it's a Mario.
Yeah, but Americans would say like Mario, you know?
No American would ever say Mario. No true American.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not a true American then.
No. I'm so furious at Mario.
Mario? I don't know. I like it. I can't
Mario.
resist these chips anymore, guys. One more.
Do it in the mic. What? Why does that sound so good?
I feel like when they do commercials for like any kind of potato chips, they actually low-key use these plantain chips as the Foley.
Yeah.
These are the best. They're the best to bite into.
We're
Foley
both just eating.
yeah, we're just fucking sound effects and eating is like our favorite thing.
It's so inappropriate. Sorry, I'm eating this Toblerone and it's so good.
It's the most unprofessional thing that you could do on a radio show or podcast, I think. Eat food.
Chew gum.
Smoke a ton of weed.
Chew gum.
Yeah. Well, we've never chewed gum.
Do you have a pen on you?
I do. I smoke tiny pen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that we should do a would you rather.
Would you rather?
Would you? Would you? I wish you would rather pick this one, my friend.
You could pick one or the other one.
Whichever you would
Do.
do. And if you want to pick again, I would understand.
I would understand.
I would understand.
You guys knew it was gonna happen. I'm sorry.
You thought you got away with it because it didn't happen in the beginning.
I knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. All right, Kim.
Okay.
So here's an okay one. It's all right. It's all right. Would you rather accidentally send a dirty, let's actually say, would you accidentally send a naked picture to your boss or a very descriptually sexual voicemail to your mother?
Okay. And your mother has to hear the whole thing.
Your mother is going to hear the whole thing, and your boss is going to see it no matter what. So you got to pick one of those options. We could talk about. I guess we could talk in more detail about what the photo is because there's different types of photos.
I say spread pussy, very graphic.
Oh shit! Oh, I've taken those. They're never cute.
No, they're not meant for other women to see. That's for sure.
I mean, when you look at it and you're like, "Is this really?" First of all, you only take them upon request.
Yeah.
And as soon as you take it, you look at it and you're like, "Is this really what he wants?"
Yeah.
Is he sure he wants this?
You're like, why would you eat that?
Why would you want to see this?
Yeah.
I have better angles than this.
Yeah. I think it's cute from afar. A pussy is cute from afar.
A pussy is adorable from across the room.
Yeah.
For sure. But, like, if we're doing, like, an extreme close-up.
I'm looking at dick.
Yeah.
Up close, yeah.
Not my pussy.
No.
I've seen in porn, there are girls with, like, beautiful pussies who I'm like, it works in a close-up. She's literally, I don't know who waxed her, but there's not a spot of hair under her skin anywhere. It's just literally just like
I always like miss a hair on my pussy lip.
It's so hard to not miss the hairs right along the edge where they start to grow.
And they get real long.
It's hilarious sometimes when you're just like, oh, my pussy's perfectly bare, but I've got a 1.5 inch hair that's like right on my clit.
It's like guarding.
Yeah.
It's like eyelashes for your clit. I put mascara on mine.
It bothers me every time. And you know that you shaved. If you shaved for a fucking reason, and you missed that spot, and you're like, okay,
and then you try to pull it and you can't get it, and
it's the most painful spot to ever pull a hair out of.
It's really not good. Have you ever been waxed?
Yes.
Right here in the front?
Yeah.
Why does that hurt? You would think that wouldn't be a sensitive area. You would think that the butthole would hurt, but the butthole's
not
pain.
Nearly as bad as like
no pain.
The labia.
The butthole, I was like, do it again. Do it twice.
No. Sometimes the butthole wax will actually give you like a shiver up your spine of pain. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
You know when there's like it's just like hurts so bad. But
Oh
it's like
no,
a
the
sting.
butthole, I feel nothing.
Really?
Nothing. It feels literally like warm wax, and then it just nothing.
I've always wanted to get mine bleached so that it's adorable.
Does it stay bleached though?
I've never gotten it done. I have no idea.
And why is it dark in the first place? Is it poop stains?
I don't think it's poop stains.
Why is it dark?
Even at its cleanest, it's still dark.
But why? Because the poop stained forever.
I'll bet if you did like a
you
side by side.
can clean a dock, sister, but there's still going to be some. Well, there's a better way to do this.
I feel like
you can clean it.
Oh, I'm gonna let you go ahead and figure this out.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'm done.
I was really just gonna say that I think buttholes are probably just about the same color as your nipple, right? Like your butthole is like darkened skin like your nipple because it's sensitive.
So girls with pink nipples have pink buttholes?
Yeah.
I want a pink butthole.
I mean, no, I have pink nipples, and I don't think my butthole's like a super pink.
I want a pink butthole. That sounds cute,
right? I think you gotta bleach it to make it pink.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to bleach our buttholes?
We should do a podcast while we're getting our buttholes bleached.
Do you think there's a service that will let us bring our Zoom into
yes,
butthole bleaching?
If we give them a shout out?
Yeah. Sure, why not? Let's do it.
We should do that for our next podcast. We should get our assholes bleached.
Next week, I have to be asshole bleach ready.
Yeah, what do you need to prepare for that? You just need to bring your asshole, dude.
Shouldn't you like get your asshole waxed before you get it bleached?
I'll shave it.
Feels so right.
I shave my butthole sometimes.
Oh my God, I'm so scared of nicking the skin.
Oh no, it's rough.
Is it?
Yeah, I shave my.
sensitive.
No, you know what? An asshole shaving is like an armpit shave. Like you have to shave in different directions.
I imagine that you got to shave outward from the center.
Yeah, but sometimes the other way too.
Inward.
I'm saying you have to do more. You have to do different directions.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
Did you know the armpit hairs they grow in different directions?
Oh yeah, I go
you're supposed
up,
to shave
I go down, I go
side.
across.
Yeah, buttholes like that too.
For sure.
Oh man, when I shave my butthole, sometimes I'll get some impressively long hairs.
But then, do you find that it's itchy when it grows back in? It's something I don't like about butthole shaving.
No. Oh, maybe that's what it is.
It's a little itchy when it grows back in, and I don't want to be like scratching my butthole in public, you know?
Whoa, maybe every time I've had an itchy butthole, that's been why. I've never even thought about it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes with like those areas. What was this? Would you rather?
Would you rather send your boss a nude, spread pussy gash, or your mom? But the voicemail has to be like, I want to fucking feel your cum. Like, I want to snort your cum in my nostrils until it leaks out of me. It has to be like nasty.
I think the words are, I want you to shoot your hot cum all over me with the person's name, and it's somebody who your mom knows.
Yeah.
And it's like all these, it's like the worst of the worst in both scenarios.
Okay. Well, I'm going to answer first.
Yes.
Because I don't really have a boss.
I guess you would have to imagine.
So I would guess what I would imagine as a boss is a big booker, a comedy club booker, a big club.
Yeah. Or, yeah, let's say that.
So I would choose the boss because because I can't look my mom in the eye having her know that I say a hot load.
Yeah, I want you to drop your hot cum on me.
Yeah, it's like a lot.
I want you to shoot your hot cum in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I could, yeah.
Like, and then you're having to look at your mom in the face after that. I can look at a comedy club booker after that and probably get booked more.
Yeah. See, I have a dangerous scenario here.
Because one, I'm beating your ass.
If I send a spread gash picture to Luis J. Gomez, it's the topic on Legion of Skanks for a month.
I mean, they're putting it up with a censor over it.
It's the only thing we talk about.
They're gonna put just a blur over your pussy, and they're gonna show like your face, your sexual face with your legs spread. It's gonna be a thing.
Is my face in this picture? That's a detail we haven't decided.
Yes.
Yeah, the face has to be in the picture. Mm-hmm. So you can't be like, oh, that's somebody else's pussy.
Yeah.
It's not my pussy.
Yeah.
Which would be a fucking hilarious way to try to get out of that.
Can't identify me by my pussy.
You have never seen my pussy. This is a really hard one for me. I actually thought it was way easier. I was going to say the boss thing as well because I just feel like I could explain that away to you guys.
Yeah.
Like with the culture at Gas Digital, it would sort of be kind of funny on a certain degree.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I would live it down.
Yeah, it would be a long time of...
It would be something that Lewis always has. He would know exactly what my pussy looks like.
Always. And it's like once you see someone naked...
I babysit his child.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck, but my mom couldn't hear me saying that kind of stuff. She's a Christian.
We have to give the gash to Lewis.
I gotta give the gash to Lewis.
That's so funny. That's so funny because the title of this episode is probably I gotta give the gash to Lewis, and people are gonna think I said that.
Yeah.
By clicking on it. And I did not.
God damn it. I never wanted to, but here we are.
Here we are, giving Alex's gash to Lewis. Oh, fuck. Dude.
Kim, you what would your sincere feelings be about it? Like in this scenario, I come to you and you're the first person I call after it happens. First of all, obviously, I realize I sent it and I dial your number and I'm like, Kim, I don't know if you're with Lewis right now, but I accidentally just sent him a fucking spread gash picture of my pussy and my face is in it. There's no other way. Like, I want this to be out in the open between us before it gets to you otherwise. How do you react?
Oh boy. I mean, I'm definitely not mad at you.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, at that point, it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, I'm sorry. And it's like, I'm going to try my best to get a hold of Lewis's phone before he can.
You'd have to look at the picture, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm saving it. I'm sending it to myself and deleting it 100%. When it's going to be our album cover for Broad Topics, if that happens.
it's our new art, guys.
But yeah, I would just have to be like, Alex,
okay.
Thank you. I would appreciate you letting me know, and that's mostly all you can do at that point.
Yeah. Well, I would have to let you know. I'd be so panicked that I'd be like, what do I do? What do I do? I call Kim. Like,
I feel like,
that's
you
the
know,
answer.
that gets people in trouble a lot because, like, you want it not calling me, but not calling someone. Because then you're like, maybe if he doesn't say anything and I don't say anything, we'll just pretend it didn't happen. But then it's like one of those things where, like, 6 months down the road, I'm like looking through Lewis's gallery or just like looking through an old text because he's like, let me see if you have that invoice from Alex.
Yeah.
And I look through the pictures and it's you. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, it was an accident. I'm like, 6 months ago? It's like
no, you got to get out in front
You
of that kind
have
of
to
shit.
say it.
You have to own up to your mistakes before somebody could fucking put you at fault for them. Because if you're putting yourself at fault for them first, then nobody could say shit. You owned up to it.
It's a good lesson for everyone.
It's a good lesson. So for those of you who are throwing your gash pictures all over fucking town, own up to that shit. Tell them it was your gash.
Tell them it was your Gash.
They'll respect you for it.
You guys, this has been another episode of fucking Broad Topics. Follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, Instagram Kim Congdon. Fucking, when is this going to come out?
This is coming out on Friday. This utmost important, guys. Check out Kim on Comedy Central next Tuesday at 8 p.m.
It's either 8 or 10 p.m. I believe it's 8 p.m.
You've been throwing 8 p.m. around town.
Yeah,
like
I'm going to say 8 p.m. But last week they aired the last episode at 10, so I don't know.
Well,
But
check it out, please.
Check it out. Fucking Tuesday, I'll be on Comedy Central. And yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And follow Alex.
Follow me on Instagram at intern_Skrillex. I'm going to change that name eventually, guys. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever. We love you guys.
Love you.
Peace. You just threw up a peace sign.
Oh, yeah. Bye.